I'm back in the germination room. Some of these artichokes are looking kind of sad. They're really limp, and I've got one over here that is very limp. We're gonna dig it up and see what its roots look like. So this guy right here, he's very sad looking. His stem is flat, it's not round. So we'll dig this up and see what the roots look like. So I got a spoon to dig this up because I'm afraid if I just pull on it, it's going to just rip out of there. We don't want that. We want to be able to see what the roots look like. All right, so this is what we got. We've got one root. It looks a little yellow. I don't know what that means. I'll have to ask my dad. Could probably dig up another one, see what it looks like. All right, I'm gonna be real gentle and dig this one up. Get that back in there. Oh, this root is nice and long. Much longer than the other one. That was just a seed that popped off. Okay. So this one, some more of this dirt off. This one we got it out of, I think. So the coloration is a little bit better than the other one, and it's got this other root popping off of it. And this one, the stem looks real healthy. It's not shrinking like the other one. So I'm gonna put this one back in real carefully and just pinch that dirt in around it. See, yeah, this one definitely looks like it's dying. Not really sure why. Sometimes that seems to happen more often than I would like. There's another one down here that's super duper limp too. Let's dig that one up. So this one right here, so you can see, doesn't want to stand up. Oh, come on. All right. Ah. Now the stem on this one is really long, but it's got that same coloration as the other one that's super limp. It's more brown than cream colored. And it just feels so limp. I don't know if it's because it's getting too much water, not enough water. Artichokes are weird. I'm gonna stick that back in the media. So there's another limp one back here. The stem doesn't feel as limp, but you can see it doesn't want to stand up. So I'll just pack some dirt around it. But they're really starting to pop up. Probably should water some of these again. It was 80 degrees when I first came in here. Look at that, we got another one popping up. There's more of these popping up than there were this morning. There's another one. And one back here. So this one back here was very limp yesterday, and it's standing up on its own now. So that one's great. There was another one somewhere that I pushed dirt around to see if that would help. I don't know where it went. And this whole entire flat only has one artichoke right here so far. Oh, it looks like we're getting another one right here. Ah! Yep. I think. Yep, there it is. You can see a little bit of green. If my hair wasn't in the way. That makes me happy. And here's another limp one. It's not as bad as it was the other day. This flat also only has one up, oh, 3 up. Maybe another one. No, I don't know. Oh, I think we're getting another one here. Oh, yep, right there. So I'm gonna go ask my dad about that artichoke, 2 of them that have the darker roots. And then these guys were planted on Monday. I'll check those tomorrow to see if any need to go up to the greenhouse, because as of right now, they don't. Tomorrow's supposed to be warmer, so that might be nice. It's been a couple of days since I asked my dad about the artichokes, the ones that we just dug up, and he said that it's probably some bacteria that came with the seed. So unfortunately, there's nothing we could do about it. The one good one that I dug up looked like it was going to die the next day, but I watered everything and it's perked back up, which gets me kind of excited, and a lot more are popping up. I decided to water every other day, which really helped. After the day that I'm supposed to water again is when I noticed a lot more popping up. So far, it's looking pretty good. It looks like we'll get hopefully a decent crop. Maybe not as good as I would like, but probably a good one. But today is a nice day, so I figured I'd move the artichokes today because it's kind of dark in here with all these racks. And some of these artichokes look like they're stretching a little bit, and I don't like that. So I might have to push some of them down in and then cover them with some dirt. Let's see, I'll show you the one. So that was one of the ones I dug up that wasn't doing so good, and you can see it's still not doing very well. And this is the good one that I dug up, and it's nice and strong, standing up strong. And then you have this guy who's stretched out a little bit. So I'm gonna have to push him back in. And you can see there's a bunch here, like this one and this one and this one. There's this guy who's a little bit weak in this one that I'm gonna have to push back in. The other thing I've noticed is there's about 5 of these white ones. They are not gonna make it. I mean, you can see it's standing up nice and strong and tall, but probably in the next week it will be dying. There's another one over here. It's not gonna make it. And there's already been 2 that have just come up and immediately died. I mean, they're gone now because they were just instantly moldy. if I can get down here. This was the other one that I thought wasn't going to make it, and you can see it's standing up nice and tall and strong. This one guy needs a little more water and push down in. So I am going to take these up to the greenhouse after I push some of them back in. Before I unload them out of my truck, I gotta put plastic down. I'm gonna put heat under the table. That way, hopefully, it will be a little bit warmer for them. I mean, it's supposed to be in the 60s the next couple of days, but then this weekend they're calling for snow again. So I want to make sure they've got a decent amount of heat. So I'm going to cover almost a whole section of tables, so that way after I plant the watermelon, I'll have a spot for those as well, and I don't have to move anything around. So I am going to take care of these artichokes, and I'll see you up in the greenhouse. Before we take these up to the greenhouse, I thought I would show you how I carefully push them down and cover them with media. I got my scoop of media I'm going to put on this bottom shelf here. And what I do is I place 2 fingers on either side of the plant, so the plant is right in between my fingers, and just push it down gently. And then push the media around it, and then just fill the rest of the cell with the media. So that way, because when they stretch, they tend to get a little bit thinner at the stem, and they're more fragile to breakage and all of that. So we don't want that to happen. So when it looks like this guy, they're well better protected. And the more I can do to help them grow, the more likely I will be able to get a crop this year. This is gonna probably take a while. There's what, 36 of these guys for the flats. You always want to make sure when you cover it or put the media around it that you get it standing up straight. It doesn't need to lean one side or the other. I'm going to push that guy down. It's an ant. Okay, I'm gonna finish this and then I'll see you guys up in the greenhouse. Now that we're in the greenhouse, I have to take this roll of white plastic and cover just the metal part of this row of tables. And it's gonna take 2 pieces because it has to overhang and touch the ground on each side. Just tape this whole thing down, because if we don't, it will blow away if there's nothing on it if I open the door, especially since it's super windy today. I'm gonna put a heater at each end of the tables because I only have 4 and they're currently all underneath the onions. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the onions. I'm gonna put 1 heater on each end so that they can still have some extra heat and that there's extra heat in here. And then I will find some cinder blocks and put those along the edge to help from when I open the doors and it's windy out, it doesn't just blow the plastic up. I got my duct tape. I got to cut a piece off the end here, off of this side where I cut it too long, and I'll tape it to this side over here. Okay. Now I can bring in the first batch of artichokes. I just got done bringing all the artichokes up, and I thought it might be neat to dig up one of the white artichokes to see what they look like under the soil. We're gonna dig up this guy right here. Yes, you can see that. All right, let's see what this thing looks like. All right, so it's got lots of these things, more roots coming off the main one, the main shoot. I mean, it really doesn't look bad. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Put that back in there. Now that we saw that that looks normal underneath, I think that's really interesting since it's most likely gonna die. That's all I've ever seen happen before. But I'm gonna, even though I watered this morning, some of these look a little dry. I am gonna water them again today just because moving them, some of them look like they need a little bit more water. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And I'll keep you updated on these artichokes, and I'll see you next time. Bye.